It would have been just so easy for me to have harped about how awful masculinity is if I hadn't worked so hard at being masculine. I was able to do it. Some guys can't. As time goes on, I'm becoming more and more convinced that masculinity and femininity are almost entirely biological and are amplified by society. I used to feel the other way around about it. I used to feel that it's mainly societal and just a little bit of it is biological. So I've sort of flipped that around. And those who don't fit the biological norm automatically fall into alternate places in society. It could be, homosexual versus straight, somewhere different on the Kinsey scale. It could be where someone feels their gender is. It could be a number of other things. These deviations from the norm, when it comes to the biological norm of what it is to be masculine or feminine, these deviations can go from slight to extreme. And so the people who just cannot connect with masculinity are sometimes going to be the ones who have the hardest time with it and who will offer the largest critiques of it. With good reason, the ones who speak the loudest against masculinity are generally the least masculine. Do some people take masculinity too far? Absolutely, absolutely. And as I've said before, there are toxic standards that are sometimes pushed onto guys that go well beyond what a biological push would be. There are definitely some cultures that take it so far that it goes into toxic territory. And of course, those cultures are not allowed to be critiqued because you're not allowed, apparently, in current environment we have now, you're not allowed to critique any group that is considered oppressed. Either way, if you're a man or a woman or some non-binary something or other, if you don't know how to be assertive or aggressive or competitive without being bitchy or whiny or queeny, then you're probably going to have problems with things that require those attributes. And if you can't, well, I'm sorry. You can't change human nature. You can't change reality. So you're probably going to struggle with some things. But don't blame it on masculine people. Don't blame it on masculinity itself. And for me, instead of bitching and whining about how masculinity is mean and tough, I simply learned how to be more masculine. I wish I would have learned how to be more masculine at an earlier age. It probably would have helped if I would have had a father figure of some sort as I was growing up. And some people don't have the privilege of even learning somewhat how to be more masculine. And to those that don't, hey, just be yourself. Just don't blame your shortcomings on masculine people. And so basically what I'm saying in this video is that the people who bitch the most about masculinity very likely just don't understand it. They can't connect with it. It's just like how there are some things about femininity that I probably just don't understand, which is why I end up bitching about femininity a lot. So